I thought we were friends.
We are friends.
If you have been lost on why Taylor Swift's name has been being mentioned alongside Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni during their legal battle, I'm going to fill you in with all of the reasons why Taylor Swift is being brought up, why she was subpoenaed, and what Justin Baldoni's legal team is alleging Taylor Swift's involvement in the production of the film It Ends With Us. Let's go ahead and hop into it. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Taylor Swift has become an unexpected figure in the ongoing legal dispute between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni over the film adaptation of Colleen Hoover's It Ends With Us. Justin Baldoni's legal team issued a subpoena to Taylor Swift, aiming to involve her as a witness in the case. So they believe that her involvement was pretty heavy. Taylor's spokesperson responded by criticizing the subpoena, describing this as a tactic to exploit her name for publicity rather than focusing on the facts of the case. And this spokesperson also emphasized that Taylor Swift had no involvement in the film's production, casting, or creative decisions, only releasing the song to be in the film, My Tears Ricochet, for the soundtrack. Taylor Swift's name has surfaced in various legal filings and media reports, leading to public scrutiny and legal challenges. So a little bit of a background is Blake Lively had filed a federal lawsuit against Justin Baldoni in December of 2024, accusing him of sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment during the production of It Ends With Us. In response to this, Justin Baldoni countersued in January of 2025, alleging defamation, extortion, invasion of privacy, claiming that Blake and her associates, including her husband Ryan Reynolds, orchestrated a smear campaign against him. Now, when Justin Baldoni countersued, he came with the receipts. Not only did he release behind-the-scenes footage of It Ends With Us with audio of Blake Lively and himself during the filming of It Ends With Us, clearing his name of the allegations that Blake had made against him, but he also came out with text messages showing that Blake Lively had told him that he could enter the room while she was breastfeeding, which was one of her allegations that she had made against him, that he would walk in unannounced, although she had previously given him permission to do so. So Justin Baldoni has immense support behind him because he's come forward with the proof that her allegations have no merit. But where does Taylor Swift tie into all of this? Because in the beginning, the only thing we knew about her connection to the film stemmed from the song My Tears Ricochet being licensed to be used in the movie. This was something that not very often does Taylor's songs get involved in movies, so we knew that her connection to Blake Lively had something to do with the song being used in the film. However, her name was mentioned in legal documents included in the lawsuit, even though Taylor Swift's representatives denied any involvement beyond the song licensing, stating that she was not aware of the project's developments and had no interest in influencing or controlling Blake's work. However, there has been some text messages that were released between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni where Blake was allegedly referring to Taylor Swift as one of her dragons and referring to herself as Khaleesi from Game of Thrones. It appears that Blake Lively likes to use her husband Ryan and her best friend Taylor Swift to her advantage when she feels that it might help her get what she wants in Hollywood. Whenever Blake Lively felt that she wasn't getting the recognition that she wanted for rewriting one of the scenes in It Ends With Us, she felt that Justin Baldoni wasn't giving her the response that she was looking for. She chose to bring up Ryan and Taylor's name in a way to try and make herself look better, like they liked my script, so you should like it too. And then of course that's when Justin Baldoni sent her the 3 a.m. voice memo where he was profusely apologizing for his reaction to her rewriting of the script. So it has been known that behind the scenes, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were controlling the entire film and took it over right underneath Justin Baldoni. I mean, even in the red carpet events, Justin and his family and team had to be in a basement whenever Ryan and Blake were out on the red carpet. They couldn't even be on it together. And it's so disrespectful when somebody actually put this movie together and not only did you take over the entire thing, but then they're sitting in a basement of storage items waiting for their opportunity to be able to go up and do interviews for the film that he had started. Blake Lively has been giving mean girl energy through and through, and it continues as Taylor Swift, who was her best friend. We don't know if they're still friends behind the scenes or not. There is definitely chatter going on that there's some drama with them because of all of this. But Blake Lively and Taylor Swift were best friends for for a very long time, and now Taylor being dragged into this doesn't really make things look good. Justin Baldoni's lawyer doubled down on his claim that Blake Lively pressured Taylor Swift for a public show of support, now adding that it had to do with Blake's absence from the 2025 Super Bowl, because as you know, during the 2024 Super Bowl, Blake Lively was present and there are lots of videos of her and Taylor together, but during this year's Super Bowl, Blake Lively was nowhere to be found amidst the legal battle. And Friedman is an attorney for Justin Baldoni, and he asserted on May 14th in a letter to Judge Louis J. Lyman that a source who is highly likely to have reliable information told him that Blake Lively's lawyers allegedly made extortionate threats to the law firm representing Taylor Swift, demanding that the influential singer release a statement of support for Blake. Now, Blake Lively's lawyer quickly fired back to this, denying the allegations, stating that this is categorically false. We unequivocally deny all of these so-called allegations, which are cowardly sourced to support anonymous sources and completely untethered from reality. Blake Lively's legal team called for Friedman's letter to be tossed out, and they wrote that the apparent intent of Friedman's letter is to launder scandalous and defamatory allegations about Miss Lively and opposing counsel into the press by abusing the court's docket. However, Thursday, May 15th, Justin Baldoni's lawyer doubled down on his claims. This time he filed a signed affidavit under the penalty of perjury to shed more light on this unnamed source and give more details about the allegations. In this affidavit, he claims he had an hour-long phone call on Valentine's Day, February 14th, with, and I quote, a person very closely linked to Taylor Swift that he left unnamed, citing that the source told him, per the affidavit, that Taylor Swift's lawyer was called by Blake Lively's lawyer, who allegedly requested on Blake's behalf that Taylor Swift make a social media statement in support of her, given her absence from the Super Bowl that year, and stated that if Taylor Swift failed to do this, that Blake would release, and I quote, 10 years of private text messages between her and Taylor Swift. This person is also claiming that Blake asked Taylor to delete their past text messages 4 or 5 months prior. Now, Justin Baldoni's lawyer added that he was in touch with an unnamed source via a mutual friend who informed him that the individual wanted to talk and that they had several phone calls since. Now, Judge Lyman granted Blake's motion to strike Friedman's letter and affidavit on the 15th of May. He called it improper and irrelevant to any issue before the court. He stated that counsel is advised that future misuse of the court's docket may be met with sanctions. Blake Lively's lawyer is standing on the fact that he's stating conversations that were described by Justin Baldoni's lawyer did not happen, and that they will hold him accountable for the misconduct. Taylor Swift's rep said that she never set foot on the set of the movie, she was not involved in any casting or creative decisions, and that she did not score the film. She never saw an edit or made any notes on the film. She did not see It Ends With Us until weeks after its public release, and was traveling around the globe during 2023 and 2024, headlining the biggest tour in history. Of course, she would not have time to have any involvement in it. They stand on the fact that the only connection that Taylor had to this film was permitting the use of one song, My Tears Ricochet. I can assure you that Taylor Swift is not loving the fact that she is involved in this legal drama and that her name is being dragged through the mud during the situation. A lot of people believe that Blake Lively is doing what was claimed by Justin Baldoni's lawyer, and the reason why people believe this is because many of the things that they have stated already, they had receipts to back up as fact. However, this alleged conversation that happened between Justin Baldoni and an unnamed source, there's no way to show proof that this actually happened or that any of this that's being claimed as fact is true. So of course the judge threw it out. We will never know if she really did threaten to leak Taylor Swift's text messages or not. They are claiming that this never happened, so you have to do with that what you will. It's also important to note that during this entire thing, fans of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce noticed that Travis unfollowed Ryan Reynolds on social media. This unfollowing sparked so much speculation that there is definitely some drama going on between them, because Travis Kelce is Taylor Swift's man. So if he's going to unfollow Ryan Reynolds, that really shows that there could be some merit to some of the stuff that's coming out about this entire thing. You're not going to unfollow somebody unless the friendship is over. We don't know if Taylor Swift was okay with Travis Kelce unfollowing him or if this upset her that he did it, but regardless, it does show that there's definitely some drama going on behind the scenes. Now, there are claims that Blake Lively reportedly involved Taylor Swift during discussions about the script. According to Justin Baldoni's legal filings, Blake invited him to a meeting at her home in New York where her husband Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift were present, her dragons per se. During this meeting, Blake allegedly presented her script revisions, which were reportedly praised by both Ryan and Taylor. Justin contended that the situation pressured him into accepting the changes, feeling that declining would have been challenging given the presence of such influential figures. Now, Blake's legal team has denied these allegations, asserting that the claims are baseless and have been struck from the court record by the judge, who deemed them irrelevant and improper. In summary, while it is alleged that Taylor Swift was reportedly present during discussions about the script revisions, there's no evidence that suggests that she explicitly endorsed or liked the changes. With the information that we were given, it is hard to not believe that there could be some truth to some of these allegations, okay? I want to say this. This video is just for entertainment purposes only, and what I am about to share is just my opinion and not based on any fact whatsoever. My opinion on this is that there may be some truth to these allegations because of the fact that Justin Baldoni and his team have come forward with receipts to back up their claims in the past. There is clear evidence that suggests that Blake and Ryan kind of took over this film right up from under Justin Baldoni's feet, using their power play in order to do it. If Taylor Swift was at a meeting with Ryan and Blake when they were showing Justin the revisions of her script, that would put Justin in a position where he might feel pressured to accept her changes, because Ryan and Taylor are very powerful figures in Hollywood. And I do believe that stuff like this happens behind the scenes a lot. I think that people use their power and money and their sources to get what they want. Personally, it's not hard for me to believe that Blake and Taylor would obviously be having conversations behind the scenes because they're really close friends, right? And friends talk. There's no telling what Blake told Taylor Swift, though, about Justin. She did come out with a lawsuit against him claiming sexual harassment, so who knows what she was telling Taylor Swift. Obviously, she would show her the rewrites of the script, allegedly, to see what she thought about them, and if she felt that Taylor, who is a very powerful figure, liked them, she would use that to her advantage with Justin. So really, at the moment, there's not any evidence or proof to show that there were threatening texts to Taylor Swift or anything like that. But I mean, this goes to show you why it is so important to watch what you say in text messages, because you never know if somebody is going to try and bring those up in court, and everything you've ever said could be shown in the court of law. But it was thrown out, so we will never know. But can you imagine if it wasn't thrown out? Then all of their text messages would be shown, and what would we see? You guys are gonna have to let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Do you think that Taylor Swift was involved? Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you soon for another one.